Thank you very much. By the way, I wish Tom would be on my team. He'd be a heck of a point guard, and he gets everything moving really quick. To say that it's an honor would be an understatement to be given this, to be awarded this. Coached in 2 Olympics and 1 World Championship, and in the Olympics, only the players get medals. So I'm going to call LeBron, Kobe, and these guys today, and Instagram them and say, suffer. Today would be a great day just being here or in any location receiving this. But to be receiving it in Chicago, 3 miles from where I grew up on Damon and Augusta. It's now Ukrainian Village. And to be in really walking distance to where my mom and dad worked. My dad worked as an elevator operator at Willoughby Tower. And my mom cleaned offices at the Chicago Athletic Club. And my mom never went to high school. And my dad only went to 2 years of high school. But they had the spirit of Chicago, and they had the spirit of being in Illinois. They took advantage of the rich, fertile soil that's in this state and in this community, and were able to help me and my brother grow. As a result of that growth and their guidance, we kept putting ourselves in other good soil. I was fortunate to put myself in the soil of the United States Military Academy and be a graduate, be an Army officer, and then to coach there and now be at Duke, which has pretty fertile soil too, for over 3 decades. And really, I was just following my mom's advice. Yeah. Education doesn't mean you're wise. Hopefully those who are educated learn wisdom to use with their education. But my mother was wise. And the night before, I went from St. Helens Parish, and we're celebrating our 100th anniversary. I'm going to come back in June for a big fundraiser and celebrate it. And there are eight of the kids here today helping out, which is kind of crazy good. It's an amazing thing. My mom told me before I went to Weber High School, Weber's no longer in distance, I think we got tired of beating Fenwick. And Fenwick did something to block us with fundraising or whatever. But my mom told me, she said, Michael, tomorrow when you go to high school, your world's going to change. And I was a smart butt kid, I was an inner city kid, you knew everything. And I said, come on, Ma, I'm just going to high school. She says, I want to make sure you get on the right bus. And Ma, I take Damon to Armitage there, I can take the Vision to Grand, and I'm there. And she says, that's not the bus I'm talking about. I said, what bus are you talking about? And she says, you're going to start driving your own bus. And you're going to meet new people, and your world is going to change starting tomorrow. And I want you to make sure that whoever gets on your bus is good. And you're going to be asked to get on other people's buses. And you make sure you only get on good buses. And if you do, they'll take you to places you would have never have imagined, and you would have never gotten alone. That's basically the way I've run my whole life. And as a result, all this stuff's happened. And it happened because of a mother who had unconditional support and love, unfailing love, and great wisdom, was able to impart that. And we trusted, my brother and I trusted them enough to follow that advice. My brother passed away this Christmas, day after Christmas. He was a Chicago fire captain. Suddenly, he's my hero. And he He embodied, he should get this. He should get this. And I'm accepting this award on behalf of my family. And I got in last night. I was at West Point yesterday to speak to the Corps cadets, and they have an award in my name, and anyway, it's a cool thing. And that was nostalgic. And I came in last night, and my best friend in the world is my buddy Mo, Dennis Malinsky. We've been friends since we were 6 years old. And he's been a better friend to me than me to him, but don't tell him. He'll use it against me. And we went out to eat last night, he and his wife Mary, and my sister-in-law Pat, and her 2 nieces and kids, and we celebrated our family. This morning, in order to get into the spirit of this honor, I was able to do something you don't get a chance to do, but I would recommend it to you if you ever have a chance to do this. I wanted to get the feel of being in Chicago and Illinois again. And it's what I do with our Olympic team, with all these superstars. They can see and they can listen, but unless they feel serving their country and being patriotic, we're not going to do well. And so I wanted to feel this award, and believe me, I do. I hope you can see that I feel the award. And what I did is I met my sister-in-law at St. Adalbert Cemetery, and we stopped at my brother's grave. And we had a good moments there, the 2 of us together. And then I visited my mom and dad. And then I left her, we were a little bit emotional. And I went and I know how to maneuver through the city, And anyway, I like it. It's kind of like you think you still got it if you can get through the city, and not use the expressway. I did it, and I think I beat the time. And so I went past Weber High School. It's no longer there, and I just stopped and closed my eyes and tried to get memories. Then I drove past St. Helens and stopped in front of St. Helens. I had to maneuver because the roads are closed and on Augusta Boulevard, but I did it because I'm a city guy and I know how the hell to do it. And I stopped at our playground where I imagined me doing great things, and in my imagination I always won. I played games and I would announce them, and Krzyzewski takes, we're down 60-59, Krzyzewski takes the last shot. And if it hit, then I'd scream, and I'm sure there were people around the schoolyard on Augusta and Levitt saying, "Kid's crazy." I guess I was. And if I hit it, I'd go nuts. If I missed it, obviously, in my imagination, we won. Foul. All right? I got fouled. So then I'd go to the free throw line. He's now got 2 free throws. If he hits these, we win. If I, make the first one, miss the second, would only be a tie. Lane violation. And so I imagine myself doing good things. That's really what we try to do at the Emily Krzyzewski Center, is to make sure that kids today imagine themselves doing something good. I did that in Chicago, in the state of Illinois, and the last place I stopped is my home. It's not a flat on 2039 West Cortez Street. And then I came here. This has been one of the best days of my life. And because I got this, came off. I guess I don't deserve it. Is that what you're saying? Please. Father, I know you don't do that to the lawyers. Why are you doing that to the basketball coaches? No one will be more appreciative of this than you on anyone you've awarded to. More, maybe as much than me. Believe me, I love my roots. They're with me all the time. And I congratulate the other winners, the award winners. When I first was informed about this, I said, "Are you sure?" And I liken it to basketball, where they already filled out the team, and I think they needed a walk-on. But it's an honor to be a walk-on this year's class. So thank you very much.